clock struck midnight as I stepped out into the night, ready to embark on a long and lonely drive. The moon hid behind a thick blanket of clouds, casting an eerie glow over the deserted highway ahead. The engine of my car roared to life, echoing through the silence like a warning. I had always enjoyed driving at night. The solitude and the darkness felt like a cloak of anonymity, shielding me from the chaos of the world. But this night was different. An invisible weight hung in the air, suffocating and unsettling. As I merged onto the desolate highway, my grip tightened around the steering wheel. The road stretched endlessly ahead, swallowed by the inky blackness. The only source of light was the faint glow of my headlights, slicing through the darkness like a frail lifeline. But it was a lifeline that seemed to grow dimmer with each passing mile. My heart began to quicken its pace as shadows danced on the periphery of my vision. Was it just my imagination? Or were there figures lurking just beyond the reach of my headlights? I tried to dismiss the unsettling feeling, blaming it on fatigue or the tricks of the mind. But then, in the distance, a solitary figure emerged from the darkness. A hitchhiker, thumb outstretched, wearing tattered clothes and an unreadable expression. My instincts screamed at me to keep driving, to not invite a stranger into the cocoon of my car. But something about the figure compelled me to stop. The car screeched to a halt, and the hitchhiker approached with measured steps. As he drew closer, I noticed his eyes were empty voids, devoid of any warmth or humanity. A shiver ran down my spine, but before I could react, he opened the passenger door and climbed in. We continued in silence, the atmosphere thick with unease. The road seemed to twist and turn, the familiar landmarks fading into obscurity. I glanced at the hitchhiker, and a bolt of horror coursed through my veins. His face had morphed into a grotesque mask of decaying flesh, eyes bulging and skin hanging in tattered shreds. I swerved the car to the side of the road, my heart pounding in my chest. I demanded he get out, but his voice, a hollow whisper, cut through the air, chilling me to the bone. "There is no escape," he hissed. "You're trapped on this road forever." Panic took hold of me as I tried to restart the car, but the engine sputtered and died. In the rearview mirror, I saw a procession of shadowy figures approaching, their eyes gleaming with malevolence. Their whispers grew louder, a cacophony of tortured souls. With trembling hands, I reached for my cell phone, desperate for a glimmer of hope. But as I dialed for help, the screen flickered and died. The darkness closed in around me, suffocating any shred of hope that remained. Hours passed, but it felt like an eternity trapped in this nightmare. The figures outside grew bolder, pounding on the windows with skeletal hands. Their twisted faces pressed against the glass, their hollow voices merging into a single chorus of despair. Just as despair threatened to consume me, a faint light pierced through the darkness. Headlights emerged from the shadows, a solitary car approaching from the distance. It pulled up behind me and a voice called out, breaking through the maddening whispers. A group of strangers emerged from the car, their faces etched with concern. Together they fought off the grotesque entities, their sheer presence dispersing the malevolent aura. They helped me start my car, and together we